Is Aryna Sabalenka the favorite the rest of the way here in 2024? Well, the answer to that question, just look at the surface they'll be playing on the rest of the year. It's the hard courts. I think you have to say yes, unless anybody steps up here in this part of 2024. Just looking at Sabalenka's body of work here this year, she's dominated the hard court seasons, especially in the major championships, right? Winning the Australian Open earlier in the year here in 2024. That was her second major title, going back-to-back in the land down under. Then she follows that up here in the later part of 2024 on the hard courts, winning at Cincinnati, a big WTA 1000 event in the tune-up and the lead-up to the U.S. Open. Follows that up by winning the U.S. Open, which was a great thing to see for Sabalenka, too. We've seen her at the U.S. Open a lot of times. Opportunities has kind of fell away from her there. She's had so many opportunities to win a U.S. Open in the past. Didn't get it done. Finally, this year, 2024, gets to claim her first U.S. Open championship. And the big thing here, guys, as far as the rest of the year goes, is Sabalenka got to rest herself up. We're seeing a lot of players this time of the year. This is kind of where you start to see that fatigue. The tennis season is very long, so many tournaments. Iga Swiatek talks about this a decent amount. There's so many tournaments that these players are required to play in, and it's a lot on the body. And Sabalenka, don't remember, guys, for Wimbledon, she was banged up. She was injured. She was dealing with a shoulder injury. Was having problems serving, so she missed Wimbledon, did not participate in the Olympic Games, gave herself the opportunity not only to rest, which is a big one, but for that body to heal up. And she's been playing great ever since. So that's big for Sabalenka as the rest of this year continues here. Now, as we look ahead to the big things that we want to see out of Sabalenka, if she is going to continue to, again, we're expecting her to be the favorite the rest of the way, but she's going to have to prove it. In order to do so, we're going to need to see kind of what we just saw at the U.S. Open. The serve, great, fantastic, on point. And that's something that in the past has given Sabalenka problems, but she's been pretty good with the serve overall. The big thing is that forehand was absolutely lethal at the U.S. Open. She was hitting her forehand faster than most of the men on tour. I mean, they had that one graphic up, right? She was faster with the forehand than Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner. I mean, really impressive stuff from Sabalenka with that forehand. We've also seen that forehand, for as hard as she could hit it, that it's gone wild and goes array and everything, that there's been, problems with that forehand in the return game. But when she's on top of her game the way she was at the U.S. Open, very tough to beat. So if that serve's going to continue to be well, if that forehand's going to continue to look the way that it did, she's going to be very tough to beat the rest of the year. However, again, not a layup. Again, I just talked about fatigue and breaks and everything. This was kind of a little bit of an opportunity for players to breathe after this U.S. Open. So look out for Iga Swiatek. Remember what Swiatek did last year, 2023. Everybody wrote her off after the U.S. Open, where Sabalenka was now the new world number one. And Swiatek just bounced back with absolute ease, winning that China Open, goes on to win the WTA final. So don't sleep on her. Also, Jessica Pegula has been playing very well. Emma Navarro's been playing very well. Not a layup for Sabalenka, but on the hard courts, given the way she's looked, given the fact that she had some rest there in the mid to late part of this year, I really do like Sabalenka as the favorite the rest of the way.